Imagine this. One moment, you're a child growing up in a struggling Rust Belt town surrounded by economic hardship, addiction, and instability. The next, you're one of the most powerful figures in America, living in breathtaking mansions, flying in private jets, and rubbing shoulders with the nation's elite. Sounds like a Hollywood script, right? Well, this isn't fiction. This is the real-life story of JD Vance, a man who went from poverty to immense wealth, influence, and political power. In 2025, as Vice President of the United States, JD Vance and his wife, Usha Vance, enjoy a life of luxury, privilege, and extraordinary financial success. From lavish estates and high-end supercars to an ever-growing business empire, this is an inside look at the extravagant lifestyle of Vice President JD Vance. JD Vance's journey is the very definition of a rags-to-riches story. Born James Donald Bowman in Middletown, Ohio, his early life was far from glamorous. Raised by a struggling single mother battling addiction and a working-class family that barely made ends meet, Vance's childhood was shaped by financial instability and hardship. His grandparents, known as Mama and Papa, played a pivotal role in raising him, instilling in him the values of resilience, hard work, and the belief that he could escape the cycle of poverty. But escaping wasn't easy. Middletown, like many industrial towns in the Midwest, had suffered from economic decline, leaving many families struggling to survive. Factories shut down, jobs disappeared, and the community fell into despair. It was in this environment that Vance witnessed firsthand the struggles of working-class Americans, a perspective that would later influence both his best-selling memoir and his political career. Determined to carve out a better future, Vance enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps right out of high school. Serving in Iraq, he developed the discipline, leadership skills, and resilience that would propel him to greater heights. After completing his military service, he set his sights on education, earning a degree from Ohio State University before securing a place at Yale Law School, one of the most prestigious law schools in the country. It was during his time at Yale that Vance's world truly began to change. Surrounded by the children of America's elite, he found himself straddling two vastly different worlds: the working-class struggles of his upbringing and the polished privilege of the Ivy League. His experience at Yale would later become a crucial part of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, a book that catapulted him into national fame. When Hillbilly Elegy was published in 2016, it became an instant bestseller, resonating with millions of Americans who saw their own struggles reflected in its pages. The book wasn't just a personal story, it was a commentary on the decline of the American working class, the struggles of small-town communities, and the forces of economic and social decay that shaped modern America. Critics and fans alike praised Vance's brutally honest portrayal of life in the Rust Belt, and before long, he became a sought-after political commentator, appearing on news networks and talk shows to discuss the themes of his book. But Hillbilly Elegy didn't just make him famous, it made him rich. The book sold millions of copies, was translated into multiple languages, and even inspired a Netflix adaptation produced by Ron Howard. As the royalties poured in, Vance was no longer just a struggling kid from Ohio, he was a millionaire, a public intellectual, and a rising figure in conservative politics. However, Vance wasn't content to simply bask in literary success. With his newfound wealth and influence, he ventured into the world of business, becoming a venture capitalist backed by none other than billionaire Peter Thiel. With Thiel's support, Vance co-founded Naria Capital, a firm dedicated to investing in startups in the Midwest. The fund focused on cutting-edge industries such as artificial intelligence, biotech, and cybersecurity, further expanding Vance's fortune. By the early 2000s and 20s, Vance had transformed himself from an author and businessman into a full-fledged political force. Running on a populist conservative platform, he won a seat in the U.S. Senate, where he quickly became one of the most vocal advocates for working-class Americans. His speeches, social media presence, and policy positions gained him a loyal following, making him a rising star in the Republican Party. Then came the biggest leap of his career, his selection as the vice presidential running mate in the 2024 election. With his blend of working-class credibility and connections to conservative billionaires, Vance was the perfect choice. When the election results rolled in, he officially became the 49th Vice President of the United States, cementing his place in American history. Of course, with political power comes wealth and luxury, and as vice president, JD Vance has fully embraced the perks of his position. Gone are the days of financial struggles. Today, he and his wife, Usha, a successful lawyer and former Supreme Court clerk, live in absolute opulence. Their financial empire is now worth millions, supported by real estate investments, speaking engagements, and lucrative business ventures. From the corridors of Washington, D.C. to sprawling estates in Ohio and Virginia, the Vance family now enjoys a level of privilege that was once unimaginable. Lavish homes, high-end vehicles, and access to the world's most exclusive events have become their new reality. Beyond politics, JD Vance has built an impressive financial empire that extends far beyond his salary as vice president. His ability to blend business acumen with political influence has positioned him as not just a leader, but a serious player in the world of high finance. One of his most lucrative ventures is Narya Capital, a venture capital firm he co-founded with backing from billionaire investors like Peter Thiel. Unlike traditional firms focused on Silicon Valley, Narya Capital specializes in revitalizing the Midwest, funding cutting-edge startups in artificial intelligence, healthcare, and emerging technologies. These strategic investments have added millions to his fortune, ensuring that his wealth continues to multiply. But venture capitalism is only one piece of Vance's growing financial portfolio. His wealth is spread across a diverse range of assets, making him one of the most financially savvy figures in modern politics. Vance has a deep interest in artificial intelligence, recognizing its potential to transform industries ranging from finance to national security. He holds shares in multiple AI-driven companies, particularly those focused on machine learning, automation, and data analytics. These investments have proven to be highly profitable, as AI continues to revolutionize the global economy. A firm believer in the future of digital assets, Vance has been an advocate for decentralized finance and cryptocurrency. Reports suggest that his Bitcoin holdings range between $250,000 and $500,000, giving him a solid stake in the digital revolution. As cryptocurrencies become more mainstream, this investment is expected to grow in value, further boosting his financial standing. Though Hillbilly Elegy was published nearly a decade ago, its success has continued to generate significant revenue. The book remains a bestseller, with steady income from ongoing book sales, international translations, and royalties from the Netflix adaptation produced by Ron Howard. With its themes of resilience and the American dream still resonating with audiences, Vance continues to profit from the memoir that changed his life. As vice president, Vance is one of the most in-demand speakers at elite conferences, policy summits, and private events. His speeches on topics such as economic renewal, political strategy, and national security command fees reaching into the six figures, making public speaking a major source of income. Whether addressing Fortune 500 CEOs or high-profile donors, his insights come at a premium. Life as Vice President of the United States comes with unparalleled privileges, and JD Vance fully embraces the exclusive world of high society. From attending private galas to mingling with billionaires and world leaders, he and his wife, Usha Vance, have firmly established themselves as power players in Washington and beyond. Usha, an esteemed lawyer and former Supreme Court clerk, has her own highly successful legal career, adding to the family's influence and fortune. Her elite credentials, combined with her husband's political status, have granted them entry into the highest circles of wealth and power. Unlike many politicians who rely solely on public office, Vance has ensured his long-term financial security through diversified investments, allowing him to build generational wealth while maintaining his political career. His business empire, combined with his powerful network, places him among the wealthiest and most influential figures in America today. From a modest childhood in Ohio to the grandeur of the vice president's mansion, JD Vance's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. His lavish lifestyle, complete with multi-million-dollar estates, high-end luxury cars, private jets, and a booming financial empire, proves that he has truly ascended to the upper echelon of wealth and power. What do you think about JD Vance's extravagant lifestyle? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the lives of the world's most powerful figures.